it will do.
As usual, the voice actors bring so much to an animated character, and the voices are so important.
Well, serves you right, spoiling people's best dreams.
I didn't know Disney was casting for the voice of Cinderella. I found out indirectly by doing a favor for two friends who wrote the music.
Ilene Woods supposedly got involved with the Cinderella project because Mac David and Jerry Livingston had known her from working in New York, and she was then in Hollywood.
They came to me to record their songs to present to Mr. Disney. But I didn't know that I would even be considered until, of course, Mr. Disney heard the recordings. And that's when the excitement started. That's when all the butterflies started batting around inside of my stomach when I was called to see Mr. Disney.
And when Walt heard her sing, he said, I want her to be the voice of Cinderella.
Yeah, that's a rare situation where the demo person actually gets the part, because he used the demo just to show others, you know, what they're looking for. And she got the part.
So this is love.
And the thing I like about Ilene's voice is it's a fairy tale voice. She almost whispers, "Now, Jacques."
Now, Jacques, what's all the fuss about?
No other Disney characters talks like this. It's just wonderful.
I know Walt, he'd been listening to a lot of girls, and he heard something in the voice that sounded to him like Cinderella.
And now I know.
And now I know the key to all is mine. I got a call from my then agent. He said they were looking for a voice for Prince Charming.
So this is the...
I was married, and my twins were about 14 months old. And I remember how badly I needed that money, and I had no idea how important that would be.
Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter?
It's midnight.
Yes.
They auditioned me for the speaking role, and I was all excited about that. And the man said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Chicago." And he said, "I'm sorry, we can't use you in that speaking role." And if you heard me today, you'd say the same thing.
Why, then you must be your fairy godmother?
And Verna Felton,
Where is that wand?
the voice of the fairy godmother, had a voice that was so warm.
But we'll have to hurry, because even miracles take a little time.
Just the perfect grandmother, the perfect fairy godmother. You know, so much affection towards Cinderella. Just the way she comforts Cinderella in the garden.
Oh, come now, dry those tears. You can't go to the ball looking like that.
She starts out at Disney as the voice of one of those unpleasant elephants in Dumbo.
Pretend you don't see him.
And you don't like her. But that was Verna Felton, the character actress. The heart of Verna Felton is in the fairy godmother.
You must understand, my dear. On the stroke of 12, the spell will be broken.
She died on December 15th, 1966, the same day that Walt died. And she was a favorite of mine. I loved the quality of her voice.
Bless you, my child.
Well, I always felt it was interesting that Betty Lou Gerson, who did the voice of Cruella de Vil, so harsh and raspy and domineering everything, she was the narrator who opened the story with this sweet, smooth voice.
Here in a stately chateau, there lived a widowed gentleman and his little daughter, Cinderella.
And I was amazed when I found out that she had done that. And as far as I know, that was the first picture she worked on for the studio.
Yes?
Frank Thomas's Lady Tremaine, the evil stepmother. There's a look about her that reminds you of the voice actress Eleanor Audley, who did the voice track.
Why, Cinderella, you're not ready, child.
I'm not going.
Not going? Oh, what a shame.
The whole studio just loved Eleanor Audley. I think they knew that they couldn't have found anybody better.
Cinderella?
She had authority. There's a command in her voice.
Don't think that
Hold your tongue.
There's sarcasm. There are so many qualities that are in that voice.
After all, we did make a bargain.
And then, of course, Frank's animation with that, it is powerful.
And I never go back on my word.
It's Eleanor Audley and me, because we worked and talked about these and we worked on how to do it. I liked where she's first lying in bed petting Lucifer, her cat, and telling Cinderella said, you have idle time on your hands, time for vicious practical jokes.
Now, let me see. There's the large carpet in the main hall. Clean it.
She would make me jump every time she whirled around and so snapped. And her eyes were real strong.
But I just finished. Do them again.
And then mellowed down again.
Then scrub the terrace, sweep the halls and the stairs, clean the chimneys, and of course there's the mending and the sewing and the laundry. Oh, yes. And one more thing.
And don't forget to give Lucifer his bath. You know, her voice had such color in it. And whenever you captured that in the drawings, it gave you a very satisfying feeling.
Cinderella! 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 She was raucous. She was a Brooklynese little brat.
I'd be honored, Your Highness. Would you mind holding my broom?
It was fun. She was very alive, I might say.
Give it here. Let me help it.
She was not a passive girl. She was always into something. Mother, 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 mother!
Mother! You did it. You did it on purpose.
I really loved doing her part.
I remember that the voices on the Stepsisters were broad enough to give you inspiration to try to do more than you ordinarily would.
Every eligible maiden is to attend.
Why, that's us, and I'm so eligible.
It was amazing to be selected for a Disney show, and this was my first movie. It was the biggest thrill of my life. I tell you truthfully, I'm still thrilled about it.
I tell you, you can't believe the reaction that people, you know, even having done a television show for some 20 years, that was seen all over the country, and people say, "Did you do the voice of Prince Charming?" Yes. Aren't you thrilled? Aren't you excited? I said, yes, of course I am.
No matter how Cinderella, I think, was one of my favorite stories. And I think my having gotten the part was a Cinderella story in itself, because it's being part of a legend. It really is. And there's nothing quite like that.
Will come.